In the previous class, we had discussed about classical genetics. Classical genetics is completely based on Mendelian concept of genetics or Mendelian inheritance. Just we are deviating from Mendelian concept because after the discovery of Mendelian concept, this theory was not completely accepted until 1900 years. Even though Mendelian principle had been successfully accepted, but before 1900 years, this is not completely accepted. So there afterwards, many scientists who have discovered, especially Hugo de Vries of Holland, Karl Correns of Germany, Schermark of Austria. These are the three scientists who have been studied individually about rediscovered the Mendelian concept. Apart from this, later on after 1900 years, the discovery of microscopy were well developed. So due to the discovery of microscopy and the detailed study of the internal structure of cell have been studied. Due to this, a new theory has been proposed, that is chromosomal basis of inheritance. This is slightly deviated from Mendelian concept. In order to understand about the chromosomal basis of inheritance, we should understand about the structure of cell, the structure of nucleus, where the nucleus is present, what are the nucleus content which are having chromosomes, DNA, genes and everything. So just we shall go through 11th syllabus of cell. So as you know, this is cell. So this is a plant cell. The plant cell is consist of outer cell wall, then plasma membrane, then this is cytoplasm. These are all cytoplasmic organelles. These are Golgi corpus, chloroplast, mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, vacuoles, ribosomes, and all these cytoplasmic organelles which are present in the cytoplasm. Inside the cytoplasm there is a dark body, strange body which are present. These are called nucleus. Inside a dark body is called nucleolus. In between this nuclear membrane and the nucleolus, in this middle there is a specialized substances which are present. These specialized substances are called chromatin material. During meiotic cell division, a worm-like structure will be formed. This is called chromosome. So during meiotic cell division, gamete may be formed. During this gamete formation, this chromosome or worm-like structure will be visible inside the nucleus. So these chromosomes are consist of a center, a round body is called centromere. These are having two chromatids this side and two chromatids that side. These are called as sister chromatids. So these are all the structure of chromosome. These chromosomes inside which are having a long strong chain like DNA. So inside the chromosome which are made up of a long coiled tube called DNA. So these each and every chromosomes which are having the chromatids which are consist of number of segments are called genes. These are called as the genetical factors by Gregor John Mendel. That means the chromosomes consist of lot of number of genes. These genes are responsible to carry information from one generation to the next generation. So it is based on this chromosome basis of theory. So when Mendelian concept was discovered, there is no discovery of chromosome, there is no discovery of DNA, there is no discovery of genes. So instead of genes, Gregor John Mendel insisted that it is a hereditary factor. The hereditary factor now it is called as gene. So if you see, the chromosome is consist of number of segments are called as genes. Each and every genes are present in a particular location of this chromosome is called as locus. So the locus is nothing but the position of the gene in chromosome is called as locus. So these are the basic idea about the chromosomal basis of inheritance. So later on, chromosomal basis of inheritance or chromosomal theory have been explained by a lot of scientists. Among them, Bowie and Sutton are very popular. They have discovered about the chromosomal basis of inheritance or chromosomal theory of inheritance have to be done by their individual, by Bowie and Sutton separately. But Sutton have been explained about the chromosomal theory or segregation of chromosome, which is related to the Mendelian concept which have been given earlier. So such a type of chromosomal theory we are going to discuss in detail now. In order to understand about this chromosomal basis of inheritance, you should understand about the cell, nucleus, chromosome, DNA and gene. I shall explain these are all the things. Apart from this, you should understand about the cell division as well. What is cell division? Either mitosis or meiosis. Mitotic cell division will take place in somatic cells. Meiotic cell divisions are takes place in germ cells. Especially the gamete formation which will be done by meiotic cell division. Either mitotic or meiotic cell division which will be done in various phases like G1, S phase, G2 phase as well as M phase. So G1 is nothing but gap or gap1 phase. This S1 phase is nothing but synthesis phase. During the synthesis phase, DNA might be duplicated or double. Number of DNA will be double during synthesis phase. Then once again, gap phase, that is cell growth might be occur during this period of G2. Then after this period, a short period of time, this is called within 1 or 2 hours itself, this mitosis and meiosis process might be takes place. They are called as prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, cytokinesis. Then the resting phase is called G0 or GO period. So these all comes under cell cycle. These are all you might have studied in 11th class syllabus itself. Once again, I recall from 11th class syllabus. Now, the meiotic cell division we shall discuss in detail. Usually, the meiotic cell division might be occur in 2 stages. That is meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. So the meiosis 1 itself, which is further divided into prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1. Then meiosis 2, again prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2, telophase 2. So in such a way, the meiosis itself, that is divided into 2 stages, namely meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. In meiosis 1, especially in the prophase 1, it is further divided into 5 substages called leptothene, zygote, packaging, diplothene, diagynesis. What is leptothene? Leptothene is nothing but in the prophase stage, it is a early stage of prophase stage. Here, inside the nucleus, if you see, previously we have seen that. So this is a nucleus. This is nucleolus. Inside the nucleus, a thread-like material called chromatin. Chromatin material is present. This chromatin material become into a warm or thread-like structure during this leptothene stage. So this is leptothene stage. During this leptothene stage, the chromatin material will be formed like a warm or thread-like structure. So this is called chromosome. So chromatin material become into chromosome. During this phase, nucleus will be disappear. Nuclear membrane will be disappear. Slowly, these various changes might be takes place. Then zygote. In the zygote, pairing of chromosomes will be takes place. This is also called as synapsis. These details of synapsis we shall discuss in crossing over later on about this class. So what is pairing? That means the chromosomes which are very close related are structurally and functionally, which are very close to each other. That means a pairing might be takes place. Pairing means the chromosomes which are having very similar in function and structure, they come closer. This is called pairing. This is also called as synapsis. So during this zygote stage of prophase 1 of meiosis 1, these thread-like structures will be forming pairing. That means the related chromosomes are coming close to each other to form a pair. That is called pair. This is also called as synapsis. So synapses will begins in zygote stage. Next stage is packaging stage. During this synapses, after the synapses, tetrad formation may be formed. What do you mean by tetrad? Each and every chromosomes are having a single centromere and two chromatids. So previously I showed you. So this is a structure of chromosome. So at the leptotein stage, this is a centromere. Only one chromatid this side and one chromatid this side might be present in the early leptotein stage. But in tetrad formation, these chromatids will become into two chromatids. This will become into two chromatids. That means four chromatids are present in the single chromosome. This is called tetrad formation. So this tetrad formation is also occur in the stage of zygote. Then packaging. Packaging stage is most important. These pairing of chromosomes are called as homologous chromosomes. Why? Homo means same. Logos means same place. So the similar kinds of chromosomes very close to each other are called as homologous chromosome. Imagine this is one homologous chromosome. This is another homologous chromosome. See here, it is clearly visible. This is one chromosome. This is one chromosome. Both are homologous chromosomes. These chromosomes are having sister chromatids. This blue color chromosome is having two chromatids here. These are sister chromatids. Another red color chromosome is there. This is red color chromatids are there. Two chromatids. So these are sister chromatids. These are sister chromatids. But blue color of these sister chromatids is non-sister chromatids with red color chromatid. That means these are non-sister chromatids of homologous chromosome. Homologous means they are similar in structure and function. They are pairing each other. These chromosomes are called as homologous chromosome. These chromosomes will be doing crossing over during packaging stage. What do you mean by crossing over? That we can discuss in detail very clearly. Crossing over is nothing but these chromatids will be crossed with this chromatid. That means non-sister chromatids are crossed together and exchanging the segments of their respective chromatids to each other. Then a recombination of chromosomes might be takes place at the tip after the crossing over takes place. So after crossing over diploid stage, then during diploid stage, this crossing over will be separated. Then terminalization will be takes place. Then the chromosome will be separated and recombination chromosomes are present in the middle. So this stage is called diploid stage. And finally, diagnosis stage completely separated. So these are all comes under prophase 1. After this prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1. What is metaphase 1? These paired chromosomes are being at the center. That means the homologous chromosomes are forming an equatorial plate in the middle. So this is called metaphase. If the chromosomes are being in the middle or equatorial plate, then this is called metaphase. So after metaphase, there is spindle fibers will be formed along with, this is called centriole. Along with centriole, spindle fibers are present. From the centriole, the spindle fibers are connecting the centromere of the chromosome. Then what happens? This spindle fiber pulling the chromosome towards its centriole or towards its pole. This is one pole, this is another pole. That means the chromosome will be pulled by the centriole and the spindle fiber towards the pole. So due to this pulling, the chromosome will be separated. This is called telophase, anaphase. So during this anaphase, the chromosomes will be pulled up. So after anaphase, this will be separated. This is separate nucleus will be formed, separate cell will be formed. So this is called as karyokinesis. This is called as cytokinesis. So cytokinesis as well as karyokinesis will be formed. Cyto means cytoplasm, karyo means nucleus, kinesis means cell division. So division of nucleus is called karyokinesis, division of cell, cytoplasm are called as cytokinesis. So this is telophase 1. So after telophase, once again, meiosis 2 will be commenced. Then prophase 1 is 2 might be here in the middle. Thereafterwards, this is metaphase 2. Once again, during metaphase stage, the both cell will be forming metaphase. Here only one cell, a two cell producing two metaphase. Then afterwards, during metaphase, the chromosomes are being in the middle. Then anaphase. During anaphase, the spindle fiber as well as the centriole pulling this chromosome towards the pole, both the cells, then which is making four different daughter cells may be formed at the end of meiotic cell division. So here karyokinesis as well as cytokinesis may be produced at the end. Four haploid cells of four different cells will be formed from a single cell. So this is called as meiotic cell division. This meiotic cell division might be occurring germinal part of flower. Germinal part of flower means androecium and gynoecium. That means gametogenesis and male gametogenesis or female gametogenesis. In this part, this meiosis division occur. So, with this background, we are going to discuss about the chromosomal basis of inheritance or chromosomal inheritance. So, until 1900 years, what happened? This theory, Mendelian concept was not accepted. Several scientists, as I said just now, they are Hugo de Vries of Holland, as well as Karl Correns of Germany, as well as Sherman of Austria. These three scientists individually, they rediscovered about the Mendelian concept. Apart from this, by the meantime, the discovery of cell, discovery of nucleus, discovery of chromosome, discovery of DNA, and all these things might be happened due to a detailed discussion with the help of new techniques called microscopy. So, the modern development of microscopy, which will make a great pathway to study about cell biology or cytology by various cytologists. Both combined together about various cytologists as well as this genetics are combined together to make this theory. It is chromosomal basis of inheritance, as well as they had accepted what are the theory have been given by Gregor John Mendel. It is exactly correct. So, on the basis, the chromosomal basis have been produced. What is chromosomal basis of inheritance? Chromosomal basis of inheritance are nothing but each and every somatic cells. That means androecium and gynoecium are germinal organ. Except these remaining, all the organs are considered as somatic organs, like stem, leaves, root, or whatever the parts of the plant other than flower, which will be called as somatic organ. So cells which are present in the somatic organ, which are consist of chromosome inside the nucleus. These chromosomes are fixed number. These are always pairing of chromosomes. These pairing of chromosomes are called as homologous chromosomes. One set of chromosomes come from male parent, that is called as paternal. Another set of chromosomes comes from female parent, that is paternal. So this is the first part of chromosomal basis of inheritance theory. Chromosomal theory. Next one. If a cell is having a chromosome, the chromosome structure and function will be constant. The uniqueness of the chromosome, the uniqueness of the structure and function will be constant throughout their life. So this is the second concept. Another concept is each and every chromosomes are consist of number of genes. These genes are arranged in a linear fashion on the chromatids. So each and every characteristic features will be determined by these genes which are allocated, which are present or which are located on this chromosome in a linear fashion, one above the other. Each and every gene is responsible for various different characteristic features of every living organism. So this is another concept of chromosomal basis of chromosomal theory. Another thing, the behavioral changes of the chromosome during meiosis, which will be helping us to understand about the chromosome is consist of genes. That means the genes which are present on the chromosome, which have been very clearly studied by the behavior of the chromosome during meiotic cell division.